I'm Chef Aceto. Welcome to another new adventure in Italian cuisine. Today we are going to make a very delicious homemade soup that many of you at least have heard of, called minestrone. How did the soup lose its job? It got canned. Minestrone soup is one meal that will always have a job. Popular for its mix-matched style of vegetables, it's a soup that can please any size appetite. Yet, even though it's a fan favorite, many don't know what the soup is all about. Yes, the soup has a story, and it's one worth knowing about. One of the world's most famous soups. Minestrone has a rich history that dates back hundreds of years. Its popularity began to take off in the 2nd century BC, when Rome conquered Italy. During this time, economic growth allowed a variety of new vegetables to flood the market. Instead of being limited to only a few vegetable crops, Italians could now enjoy a wide variety. It was this new mix of vegetables and plates being made that started the minestrone craze. Gathering ingredients from leftover meals, Italian peasants would make the poor man's soup. That's why even to this day, there are no exact recipes for how the soup should be made. Let's take a closer look at what types of vegetables are most commonly used for the dish. There's nothing better than a generous serving of fresh bread and butter served up with a cup of delicious minestrone. This soup can be made with any variety of vegetables. It's up to the chef what blend of vegetables to be used to satisfy their customers. Here are the most common core vegetables almost every cup of minestrone will have: onions, garlic, celery, tomatoes, and carrots. Of course, pasta is also used. While these ingredients are common, it doesn't mean you have to stop there. The more vegetables, the better with this tasty dish. Not only will you be enjoying a satisfying meal, but you'll also be helping your body stay in peak health. Vegetable-rich diets can be a great way to reduce the risk of heart disease and stroke. So let's get started. Let's start by sauteing our soup appropriately sized vegetables using a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to use the Holy Trinity, which of course is onion, celery, and carrots. Following your prepared recipe, saute the vegetables until they are translucent. After the vegetables have simmered for about 10 to 15 minutes, just till they're translucent, I like to season using my pre-measured fresh garlic, a little bit of salt. Be careful with salt because very often chicken base is full of salt. A little bit of fresh cracked pepper, fresh oregano, diced fine, a tad bit of sage, and I like to add a little bit of heat by putting just a little bit of dried pepper flakes. Let this all come together. I can already smell the rich aromas. Now I'm ready to add my prepared and pre-measured chicken stock. Using a good high-quality chicken stock is very important. Here at CAC, we like to make our own stock. That isn't always possible, and using a good quality chicken stock from the grocery store is absolutely fine. Let that come to a boil, and then we will add our remaining ingredients. Now that our soup has come to a full raging boil, we can add the remaining ingredients. Cannelloni beans. I could also add a bit of rice, kidney beans, garbanzo beans. It's really up to you. some fresh chopped spinach. I can also use a frozen spinach. Notice how rich and thick it is. I also like to add a bit of diced tomato. And one of the most important ingredients, pasta. What kind of pasta should I use? Something that is small and appropriate for a soup, a spoon-sized pasta. So I wouldn't use a fettuccine or a linguine. I could use elbow macaroni, rotelli. We'll just let that come to a full raging boil once more, and then we will serve our soup and garnish it with freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Delicious minestrone, cendano.